So aggravating. 2,000 pound fence jumper. Well, look who's heard the cube bucket and wants to come home. He's like a guy that won't leave the bar. Go on, go home, go on. Get out of here, boy. You get out of here. Hey, go on. Our neighbors hated us before because we had bad fence. Now they hate us even more because we have no fence. Really big news for our small farming operation. If you've been watching for a little while, you probably know what it is. But if you haven't, if you're new, stick around. We're going to talk about it. Thank you for clicking on Wallace Family Farm and Outdoors. I am Ty, and we are picking up right where we left off last week. We're back over at our place. We're looking for our bull. I found my neighbor's cows, and I think that's where he's going to be. But before we run over there on the four-wheeler, I've got about half a roll of barbed wire I'm gonna roll out, and I'm gonna finish that with whatever. I got several fencing projects where I've only got 3 strands of fence run. So we're gonna bring it up to 5 until I run out of barbed wire. And then once I've got that weight off the four-wheeler, we're gonna go see if he's over there. It's too wet to get him loaded up, so we're not going to be able to take him to the sale barn this week probably, but he's going to the sale barn. Just if he's over there, he's going to the sale barn. So we're going to finish this fencing project. The kids and Kirsten are over fishing, and Quade's got some help with a fishing buddy this week. So we're going to finish this, then we're going to run over there and see if he's with our neighbor's cows. Let's get to it. So we had several sets of these corner posts made, and this is our corral. So we used to not have this fence, but this corner post and that corner post over there and that corner post kind of allowed me to make a bigger trap for our corral. But I've got to finish running this fence. This fence fences off our big pond. We've got a 1.25 acre pond that we've stocked with bass and all kinds of stuff that we're trying to make a good fishing spot and a good family spot. So I've got 3 strands of fence ran all the way around this, and I've got to finish it because the cows keep on getting in there. So we're gonna work until we run out of fence, and then the next few days are gonna be hardcore working on fence. And then we're gonna rent a trailer, bring the skid steer over here, do some clearing, and do a lot of fence work. I took a few days off work, all in the name of getting some fencing done. I was hoping we could take cows to the sale. It's too wet to get a trailer in here, so we are gonna work hardcore on fence. So hope you guys enjoy it. Well, somehow I've managed to end up with only 1 glove. The other one may have been left over there when we were doing the other side of the fence. Try not to cut myself. This barbed wire gets sharp and it wants to twist. And I've cut myself really bad with these barbs going in my hand, so this is a little bit scary. Not only are these sharp, this wire wants to twist on you. Well, sounds like Quade caught a fish. I just heard him say, let's go. You guys ever do stuff where you're like, man, this is dumb? I shouldn't be doing this. That's how I feel right now. Okay, we've got that done. Got it tied off. So now we'll run out our fence and we'll go down there. We got to get our T-post stretchers, and we'll run it out and go stretch it. Okay, we got all that rolled out here, so move it a little bit closer. I got to get a welder over here. We don't have a welder, and I got to get somebody to weld up my gate. It broke off of the welds where they welded it to the H-brace here. So you ever hired a welder and they say, I'll guarantee my weld. I guarantee I'll come back and fix it if it breaks. So that's the kind of agreement we need for that job. But we got to go down and get our fence post stretchers, and then we'll stretch this and we'll see we can get another strand done, and then we'll be done with that little bit of fence. So I got to walk down here and see if I left my gloves with the stretchers. Here's the fence that we did last week. I think it looks pretty nice. We got a cow with a hurt foot. I think I'm going to put her in here and try to keep her a little bit limited on her walking around on it. You guys, we all have flaws, and I'm a flawed person, and one of those flaws is that if I have something in my hand, if I think of something else, I'll just drop it. And that's what I'm thinking I did with that stupid glove. So had to take a quick fishing break. Quade's over there catching some bluegill. He's gonna try to take one and put it on a hook. The pond in the middle of our place is full of 5 or 6 pound catfish. This third wire right here is really bad slack for some reason. Not quite sure what's going on. I guess I can just re-stretch it since I'm right here already. I want to know how you guys get your fences like fiddle string tight, because if I pull on this thing too much, I just break mine. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like right now, I'm getting close to breaking it. Cannot believe I lost that other glove. Felt like that one turned out okay. I do need to re-stretch this one though. Really not very good. I'll put clips on that, then we'll come back and address that third wire. So I got all of our clips put on except for the last one on that 4th strand. I've got the stretchers on this 3rd strand right here. It's just a little bit loose right here at the post. So I put a little bit of a stretch on it. I'm gonna try to get it just a little bit tighter. Not sure if I'm gonna win this fight. I don't appear to be doing much good because I'm at the same spots, it seems like, as I was before. Okay, it's better. It's noticeably better. I'm a T-post short is one problem. I need a T-post right here. We're going to be investing in some fencing supplies over the next few days. So we got our fence all done, all 5 strands. I ended up finding enough clips. I got it all clipped and it's all nice and done. So this is the west side of our pond. There's our big bank. There's the corral down there. Gonna move on to the south side, do the exact same thing. I've got 3 strands ran already. The top strand of that is broken. Strand number 3 is broken for some reason. Probably bull breaking it. And we're gonna fix that. We're gonna run the last 2 strands. So Kirsten and the boys loaded up to go home. Cole was getting pretty upset. So I was like, I'm gonna ride down and see if I can see the bull on our neighbor. He's on the neighbor. So he's gone. As soon as it dries out, he's going to the sale. That creates the next problem. I really want to find a nice Sim Angus bull. I want baldies. I just really like that black and white face. I'd love to have one with kind of like a slash across his face of white. I just love that look. So we're gonna start looking for what we want. The bad thing is, and that's what I told Kirsten a little while ago, we've missed what I feel like is probably prime bull buying and selling time. I don't mind selling our bull at the sale barn. I don't feel comfortable selling him to somebody because maybe he'll go to their pasture and be great, but with us, he's been wanting to get out. I don't want to sell it to somebody, tell them whatever, and him go get out and be a problem for them. So he's a sale barn bull now. He's been a good bull. I don't have any complaints. He's dog gentle, all that stuff, but he just wants to roam or be somewhere else. So it is what it is. But we've got to get on finding a bull now. So, but he's not doing us any good being somewhere else, because his job is to breed the cows, and if he's not here breeding the cows, he's worthless. So it doesn't really matter. So he's not doing his job either way. So it's just gonna kind of, all the rain has kind of thrown a wrench in the plans, because it's not like we can just load up and go. If I try to load up right now, I'm gonna go get stuck, and we could pull it on out with the tractor and go on, but then you risk breaking stuff and all that. So this pond area may be like the most secure place we have. He may end up going in here for a few days until the next sale. So that's what I said at the beginning. You know, our deal this week is fence, fence, fence. I'm gonna move on this south side and we'll take care of it. Well, I hit my goal for today with this fence. I've run out. I can't buy any more, and I've run out of clips. I can't buy any more clips today. Gonna get more supplies tomorrow, but I want to correct myself because I said something last week, and I'm kind of realizing you guys are probably gonna correct me in the video. So this is Sunday. The video will come out that I was talking about the fence breaking, and I'm out here messing with this fence again, and I'm realizing I was probably wrong. Let me talk to you about it. Okay, so this fence that I'm stretching today, it's a 12.5 gauge, I think, 4-point barbed wire, OK brand, and it's what I always buy. This is what I had been messing with, and it is a thinner, and this has been years ago, guys, that I did this. I don't know if you can tell. This is the OK brand. This is the fence. It was basically free, and so I used it, and it's a 2-point thinner barbed wire. Well, I had it in my head that I'd been stretching fence, and it kept breaking, and I thought I was stretching that really nice, heavy 12.5 gauge 4-point, and now that I'm back out here finishing up this fence, I realized now I was probably stretching this thinner, cheaper 2-point barbed wire. So you guys may be correcting me in that video of saying, I stretch fence all the time, it doesn't break, or you need to buy heavier fence. I typically do buy heavy fence, and all the fence I buy is the same exact 4-point, 12.5 gauge, OK brand. And now I realize I was breaking fence probably because I was using cheaper fence that was given to me. So there's that. Totally forgot to bring it up earlier. If you guys have been watching, you know we've been talking about how we applied for the Soil Health Implementation Program through the Oklahoma Conservation Commission. It is a program where you work with an advisor and you get $36,000 over 3 years to do soil health improvement projects. So that's planting cover crops, that's doing things to improve your ability to do rotational grazing, anything that you can think of to improve your soil. For instance, I'm going to try to get bees. I'm going to see if they'll let us get bees. But kind of get ahead of myself, we got in the program. So this is a deal where you work with your advisor, you come up with what you want to do, you implement it, and you pay the upfront cost, and then after they say, yep, they did what they said they were going to do, they in turn reimburse you. So very cool. That's what we're all about. We love our land and we want to make it better. But I was out here working on this fence, and I wanted to show you guys one of the things we want to make better. So I know you guys have fields or you know, whatever, you've seen fields that are holding water, ponding, a ponding effect. So we have this field, it was planted basically every winter, you know, it was disced and planted in wheat, and we've got a lot of soil compaction. It holds water, so the water doesn't get absorbed into the ground like it should. And this is one of the things we really want to focus on. It's one of the big parts of soil health, is the ground's ability to absorb the water that it's receiving from rain. So how do we get there? By planting cover crops, by trying to be gentle with the soil, not overgraze it. We're going to try to break up that compaction. I got to go talk to the lady that's got the aerator. I'd love to aerate. So we got a lot of things that we want to do. If you guys have ideas, I would love to hear them, because we're going to really be focused on that for the next few years, really trying to improve this place. So yeah, we're very excited. I think 200 people applied. This is just, I'm totally spitballing. I think maybe around 20 got into the program. So it's a really big deal. A big part of this is giving back to our neighbors and the community. If you guys have questions about what we're doing, that we share any knowledge that we may have or whatever. So if you see us doing something and you say, I'd like to do that, make sure to leave a comment. We're very excited, and we're very excited for you guys to follow along with us. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. I think that's the best thing you can do for YouTube channels. If you enjoy their content, make sure subscribe, hit the notification bell. Next morning, we're over here where the cows are. We've got the truck trailer. We're gonna ditch the four-wheeler and go feed the cows, kind of get them away from this section of fence that we're gonna take out. We're gonna run to town, get a couple rolls of barbed wire, 25, 30 T-posts, and then we're going to come back and get started tearing this out. So exciting. Let's go. The weather can't make up its mind. The weatherman says that it's going to be dry for a few days, but it sure looks like it wants to rain. So came out here this morning, got all the chores done at the house. It's like, man, really hope we don't get rained out in the middle of trying to do this project. So we're going to get the cows moved away a little bit with some feed and get after it. Look at the babies. They're all hanging out together. They look pretty cute out there, all the same size. Hopefully when we get our bull situation all figured out, we're gonna have a lot more of that, a lot more of uniformity. They say, I'm sure you guys know, everybody says if you can take a group of calves together that are nice and uniform and about the same, you make better money. So I'd love to have that. And some backstory, I used to wean. I've weaned calves 90 days. My goal was to top the market, and one year I had this group of calves and I thought they were pretty uniform and they'd been weaned for a long time, but I apparently had been feeding them too much. They were too fat. So I take them to the sale barn, and the guys at the sale barn didn't believe me that they were weaned because they were too fat. So luckily I had my tax man, he goes to the sale every weekend, and he said, no, I just talked to him about these calves 2 months ago, and I was asking him about weaning them and all that stuff, and he vouched for me because we'd already talked about it. So anyway, long story short, I really tried to do everything right, everything that I thought was right, and turned around and bit me in the butt. So after that happened, I kind of slacked off on being so worried about them being weaned and all that stuff, because kind of didn't do anything for me. Since then, that was several years ago, that's probably 4 or 5 years ago, we switched cell barns, and I'm much happier where we go now. And it's just one of those deals you kind of got to learn from and learn something and move on. So cows are not wanting to follow me up here, so let's see if we can get them moving. Number 25 is much more excited to get fed than everybody else is. Number 25, are you hungry? Why don't your friends follow you? You gonna be like Bluebell? I'm gonna put a bell around your neck and you be the bell cow? No, don't act like your daddy. Or I don't know if he's your daddy or not, but don't act like Bull. Well, let me get off of here. Act like I'm feeding them. They're getting all the feed. Come on! Y'all are some spoiled cows. Oh my gosh, you guys are hard to deal with. Come on! Stinking calf is as big as his mama. Finally got them somewhat where I want them. Got more coming. Got a cow with a hurt foot, so we're gonna go drop her some cubes, and we're gonna run to town and get this party started. This took a lot longer to move the cows this direction than I thought it would. Well, look who's heard the cube bucket and wants to come home. The butthead himself is at the gate, and he wants to come home and get fed some cubes. Hi, Bull. Don't know what to do about you. Cubes have already been fed. There's no cubes left. No cubes for you. Come on. Come on, Bull. Come on, Bull. Come on, get out of there. Come on, Bull. Come on, Bull. Oh my gosh, give me a break. Go on. Go on, Bull. Go on, Bull. Go home. Go home. He's like a guy that won't leave the bar. Go on. Go home. Go on. Get out of here, Bull. You get out of here. Hey, go on. You two tough guys. Go on, Bull. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go home. Go home, Bull. Go home. Go home. You know where to go. Go on, Bull. Go on, Bull. Go on. Go on. Get out of here. Go on home. Go home. Troublemaker. All your wives are wondering where you're at. Go home. Terrible. Go on. Go on. I don't even want to hear it. Well, there's a problem that fixed itself, but then you get to, we tear out that fence, and it's going to be even easier for him to go somewhere else. But he can get out as it is, so we got to do it either way. Let's go to town and get some supplies. Okay, we ran to town, got our T-posts, came back, Bull is back out. So we got 30 T-posts, and we got 2 rolls of barbed wire, 4-point, 12.5 gauge barbed wire. We're gonna start taking this fence down because it's not doing anything for us. This fence is embarrassingly bad. It wasn't this bad, but when we had that fire over here a few weeks ago, it burned a bunch of wooden posts, and it is rough. There's not much to it. So we're gonna start taking it down, getting it cleared out so we can run our first strand of wire. And once we get that done, we can start putting T-posts in, and it's gonna really hopefully go quick. The thing that's the biggest obstacle down there, there's kind of some thick stuff. So initially right now, I'm just gonna try to start taking down wire. And Kirsten has the boys at home. They're taking a nap. When they wake up, I'm gonna ask her to go to town and get some cubes. We're gonna try to get Bull over here with the cows, get him, if we can just get him controlled for the rest of this evening, I think we can get this done today. So we're gonna get to it. So we've made a lot of progress. We've got about half the fence torn out. I'm just piling my barbed wire here next to the road. That way I can grab it easy with the skid steer. We've kind of reached the point where it would be very useful to have it. So I think I'm gonna call, make sure we can rent a trailer to bring it over here. Bad thing is it's only like 3 miles or something ridiculous, but we got to go rent a trailer to get it, bring it over here. And we're making really good progress. It's around noon. Putting my Grounds Family Farm shirt to work. It may be my working shirt, so haven't ripped it yet. Don't have any new rips in my pants, so we're having a good day. But I'm gonna see if we can go get that and we'll head that way. Okay, so went rented trailer. We're loading up our most important piece of equipment right now.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna put the skid steer on there. We're gonna unhook from the grapple, and then we're gonna go grab the tree puller and load the skid steer. Okay, ready, go. It's gonna be really scary driving up these ramps.
You want to stand with Mama and watch Daddy?
Will you stand with Mama?
The baby chicken!
How are the baby chickens doing?
How did it get in there? You want to stand
I put them in there.
Oh,
You wanna go with Mama and hold a baby chicken?
yeah.
I'm glad we rented this because I don't like that. I mean, it is what it is. You guys are gonna make fun of us. We just don't have a lot of experience. Yeah. Maybe a tilt deck trailer would be.
Is that one like the whole trailer tilts?
Yeah. Well, it'll have a section that it's hydraulics, you know, so it literally, like, you reach a certain point and the whole thing just goes shh. Yeah. And like the dovetail just touches the ground.
Yeah.
You know, because a dump trailer, it's gonna sit pretty high. It's gonna be higher than this. Mm-hmm. Are we being big old sissies? Y'all leave a comment. I feel like somebody out there is gonna be like, being a chicken. Will you hold this? We're new. We don't know what to do. We're gonna put a chain and a ratchet on it and hit the road.
Woo!
I was getting in here to let it warm up, babe. Jeez. Always let your equipment warm up. It's less than this. You gotta learn these things about operating this equipment. This is bringing back old memories because all this stuff was done when we first bought the place, and we used used posts, used wire, so kind of funny looking back. Like, golly, we were really poor boying it as much as you possibly could. If you're using old used wire, that's so kind of funny. So all we have to do is make a path wide enough for the four-wheeler to get to that post, and I think we've done that. So I gotta take up some of these small trees, like that one's too close. You know, we got like little bitty ones, little cedar tree right there. Then we're gonna have to go all the way around, come back in and take up, there's an old corner post, old wooden corner post right here. We're gonna have to take that up. Man, oh man, so it's about 3 o'clock. We're making good progress. I think we're very close to being ready to string that first strand of fence. We got to clean up our wire and stuff. Let me show you guys. I got our big load of brush in one scoop with that grapple. Our fence is very uneven. Or our ground is very uneven. That kind of worries me, but it'll all level out. This stuff, you know, this little junk stuff here, that's not great. It's kind of in the way. And then we got one little cedar tree that's in the way. Then we got our fence that's got to be taken out. So we just got to do what we can do with what we got. It's all going to sort itself out here. Let's get started taking this old fence out. And then I got some trees that I pulled up that were wrapped around, that were intertwined with the fence. I got to untangle them, and then maybe we can run that first strand of fence to see how we're looking. Guys, if we get 3 or 4 strands up today, oh my gosh, that's going to be quite the achievement. So let's not waste any time, get to it. Okay, so we're making really good progress, but it's sprinkling on us. The cows are pressuring us like they want to get out, and we've got a little bit left to take out. Then we can string our fence and then, you know, use that as a guide for our T-posts. And Kirsten's like, you know, Popeye putting them in, so we'll knock that out real quick. I'm gonna try to take the grapple and rake this just a little bit, and then we're gonna hook onto the tree puller. I got one little cedar tree and just some little junk here, so we'll see how that goes. What do you think about that? You don't seem impressed.
I'm very impressed.
People are gonna be like, what in the world happened here? Are you ready to run some barbed wire? Look at that path. clear as day. Don't be hating. Don't think we've talked about this, but I was watching Murphy's Diesel the other day. He went and cleaned up some wire. He took a auger, put a different head on it. It almost had like a V shape. You hook the wire to it and it spins and takes up all this wire. And then you take it somewhere, and he had to use an excavator a couple times to get it off of it. But man, something that was spooled up your wire, golly, that would be so useful, because this crap, terrible to deal with. It's like tetanus city. Wire's grown in there. Don't grab that. Our neighbors hated us before because we had bad fence. Now they hate us even more because we have no fence. Man, one day we're gonna have a pretty place. Be all beautiful. We won't have new fences by then, but we'll have fences that aren't falling down. Ta-da! Let's go get some barbed wire. Me and Kirsten were just sitting here laughing how it's a no rain day, you know, and it's raining. There's a big thunderstorm coming. So it's kind of interesting. Anyway, here's my question, you guys. We got to run this line, and I use my barbed wire to make my T-post straight, right? So my question is, if I run it on the ground, I don't think I could ever get it straight because it's on the ground, and obviously it's not going to hang freely on the ground. The ground's going to, does that make sense? So I did a pace count, and my pace is so you know your pace count is you take a step with your left foot, or whichever foot, I guess. Mine, I use my right foot. 1, 2, 3. And people literally use that, you know, if you're going off of a map, you got a compass and a pace count. So if I know my pace count for 100 meters is 67 steps, you can extrapolate that into a kilometer or whatever. You got a map and a compass, okay? So I know my pace count for these T-posts on our good fence is 3 steps. So for me, it's 1, 2, 3. T-post would go there. Does that make sense? You picking up what I'm putting down, Quade? So we need to go home. We need to figure out 100 meters. We need to have you walk your pace count. You ever done that, Mom? You ever done a map and compass? L for love. All right, those are broken open, Quade. See the ones with the top that don't have a band around them? Okay, now I'm gonna take 2 and you take 2 or 3.
It's like 2 or 3.
So see how your elevation change can affect your counting? So we're gonna do it on the road here. So 1, 2, 3. Perfect spot right in the middle. I like to put them right in the middle of between 2 barbs. Obviously that makes the most sense, right? We worked with a guy. I worked on a ranch back in high school, at the end of high school, and this guy, he built fence and his forearms were like that big around, or at least we thought they were. And he'd walk around, he'd carry a bundle of posts under one arm, and then he'd have a post in the other arm. He'd just walk around and just like stick it in. All right. I thought one of y'all were gonna get this one.
I get it.
I got that one. Maybe we should go ahead and clip it. I just drive them. So you've got these things. I don't know what y'all do. Y'all are probably so fancy. You're like running a string. They're all the same height. I'm not that fancy. I just drive it to the top of right there, essentially, that in the ground. That what you do, Quade? All right, I gotta go get some clips. Well, there's no point in clipping it. Anyway, we'll just keep on going. 1, 2, 3. Right here, Quade.
Watch out.
Golly.
What? Whoa.
Come on, bro. Put it in 4-wheel drive if you have to. Can you carry this one, bro?
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna have such good home movies.
Yeah.
Whoa, Daddy.
That's so heavy. You can all help me.
We can all help you.
Help anyone.
If you want.
That's good help for me.
So what we should probably do right here is put one.
That's a wheel.
Yep, that's an old wheel. We didn't put this here, guys. We're not harming the environment.
Go over there so we can get their audio.
That tongue's in overtime.
That's my Wallace. Staple right there.
Thank you so much. Can you go bring me some more? Wait for Quade, okay?
Sure I can.
So the next day, we worked till what, 7:30 last night.
Yeah, at least.
Pretty long day. We got 2 strands up, all our posts in. We just ran our 3rd strand. Buck has been a big helper. Don't touch that, it'll cut you. So we're gonna run this. The top 2 are gonna be the easiest, I think. Kirsten got the day off today. Thank goodness they didn't need her to come into work, because I can't drive the 4-wheeler through here like I thought I would be able to, so I'm having to pull it, having to pull the wire, and it's coming off. I think I bent one of the things that holds the wire on the spool. I bent it, so it's coming off and it's getting stuck, and it's literally seizes up. So Kirsten has to fix it, and then I can keep pulling. So making really good progress. It's going to be a lot better than it was. Buck and Call are out here helping, so we're going to get it done, and we got a whole bunch of stuff to do today. The yard's getting sprayed. Goal is to one day have a pretty Bermuda grass yard. Flagpole in the front, very pretty. So making progress. Then we got to go talk about our aerator. We're still working on borrowing an aerator, and then maybe if we have time left after all that's done, we're gonna try to load some scrap metal, maybe haul some scrap metal off, or haul it off tomorrow. So we got a lot going on, Buck Truck. Oh, and Bull is back on the neighbor, but he's like right over there. So if we can get this fence at least 4 strands high, we can get Bull back. Do not touch that. It'll go through your crock and it'll cut your foot. Ask me how I know.
I don't know.
He needs a glove, Dad.
Bubba, this stuff will cut you.
Hey,
It is sharp.
Stay back.
It is sharp.
Don't touch the fence. It'll hurt you,
Don't
okay?
touch it.
It'll bite you.
It'll bite you. It'll get you.
But he needs a glove.
There's one at the 4-wheeler.
He got to help.
Hey, if you guys like outdoor projects, family projects, country living, make sure like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. Oh, and hit the hype button. Thank you.
He found his glove.
Good.
Might be a little big.
There we go.
There we go.
Good job.
Daddy, Daddy. Hey, Dad.
I know it. You big help. So it's funny how things work because I really didn't want this to burn. If you guys remember a couple videos ago, we talked about how we started, I just wanted to burn some of this tall grass stuff on the other side of this patch of woods, and I didn't want to burn all this, and it ended up burning, and it made things worse, but the fence was already bad, but we couldn't have replaced it if it hadn't burnt. So everything kind of works out in the end. You're crazy. Well, then I only get one glove, and I'm the one doing
Watch out, Bubba. You're right next to the
I'm
sharp
doing the
fence.
work. Have you lost it? Have you gone nuts?
Back up, Bubba.
Go behind me. That way it cuts me. If it cuts anybody.
What color?
Fence
Here,
clips.
do you want another glove for a minute? For a minute?
Uh-huh.
You got two right-handed or left-handed gloves, I think.
We'll be right back, Mom. You're not coming, babe.
If we have paid ads one day, you're going to be perfect. We'd be right back.
You're not coming, you.
I'm right here.
No girls club.
No girl comes for you.
I can't come with y'all?
But you can. So, one, two,
You go first. Oh. Jump, jump, jump,
Oh,
jump.
good
go.
job. Now Daddy's turn.
Oh. Made it.
Good job, Daddo.
double with that one. Double with that one. Oh no! Here's someone so sad.
Someone threw their trash.
We hate trash, huh?
We hate them. I need a new one, babe. I need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Got it?
Good.
So we've gotten a lot of comments about the using electric fence to control this bull, and I wish we would have done it at the other place. I think I explained we only had one charger. We have 2 chargers. We only had one available. It was on the pig fence. Now the other charger's actually down because the on-off switch is broken. I'll show you guys a picture of that. But we don't want to bring the solar chargers over here because apparently we got a big copper theft ring going on. And the highway patrol actually chased a guy. We'll go down and show you where he ran through the fence. Actually, there was a pursuit about a week ago that came right by here. The guy, it's a dead end T intersection. The guy blew the intersection, went through the fence, kept going, wound up in a pond and took off on foot. So there's so basically, long story short, I don't want to get my solar charger stolen, and putting it by the road seems like a good way that would happen. So that's why we don't want to do that. We're hoping that the barbed wire will do something. Here's the thing. If I turn your attention that way, the fence is not terrible, but it's not great. And then if you go to our eastern border fence, it's really bad. It's literally like rock bluffs up there, and whoever built that fence deserves, back in the day, I'm sure they were struggling. They deserve kudos, whoever it was, because it is rock. It's like big rocks. So the plan has always been to fence off this there's about 20 acres right here, and I would like to fence it off. It's just rocks, basically, rocks and woods. So There's not a whole lot of reason for the cows to be over here anyway, but maybe if we wind up getting the virtual fencing, which I think we are, maybe we can just make a virtual fence and that'll kind of solve our problem, at least until we get a permanent fixed fence. So
I'm very curious if we still have bull by then.
by
If-
when?
By the time we get virtual collars.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you guys, I've started looking for bulls, and I don't know that we're going to find one for less than $6,000. I think $6,000 right now would be cheap. So I talked to my neighbor. He's 85 years old. He runs like 150 cows, and he went to a bull sale, and he said he picked out 12 bulls. None of them went for less than $10,000. So we would get a pretty good chunk of money for bull if we sold him. But to buy back, yesterday on Facebook Marketplace, I saw a 6-year-old bull. It might have been in a cattle group, not Facebook Marketplace, but I saw a 6-year-old bull for $6,500. So we're gonna have to sell bull if we choose to sell him. We're gonna have to sell him, and then we're gonna enter a very high bull market. And my thing is always, I feel, the cattle market does this, and we are up here right now, so it's kind of hard to buy a $10,000 bull and then watch the cattle market do this. Then you got a $10,000 bull that's now worth $3,000 or $4,000. Let me know what you think. What would you do? Obviously, we got a problem, but maybe we're fixing our problem. I don't know. If we could just get him through one more year, my thing has always been, if we could make it through this year, come into next spring with $10,000, let's say, to buy a bull, and buy the bull we want. But I want a Sim Angus, like blaze face, stout bull. I would like to have baldy calves. So
We talked about making Bluebell our bull, but
we talked about making Bluebell our bull. Bluebell's got a good mama. His mama's actually a registered Angus cow, and then he's out of bull. But probably be good to change up the bloodlines and bring in some new blood. Our neighbor has a guy running cows on him. They are beautiful, and maybe we could talk to him and buy something. I don't know, but it's tough decision. That's where the barbs start getting you. When that fence starts twisting like that, if that gets in you, it hurts. Okay, we got him in. We got the bull in. I called my neighbor's cows over here, and he came with them, and we walked him across the road. So gave him some cubes. He's back. We'll see how long it lasts. He can't get out of his other spots because they're all fixed now. So we got 4 strands of fence up. It's a heck of a lot better than it was. We're gonna put up our last strand, get that one done. I'm gonna work on my neighbor's fence just a little bit because I saw where he was crossing over. So I'm gonna take these old T-posts, the straight ones, and I'm gonna put them in his fence, kind of make it a little bit better, and kind of as like a repayment for Bull acting like an idiot, and maybe it'll help him keep some calves in or whatever. And we'll drop him some cubes, and then we gotta go talk to the lady that hopefully is gonna let us borrow her aerator, and maybe we'll get that done. You guys, the bull is like an alcoholic, and I've tried to help him, and I try to help him, and I try to help him, and then you give him, he's like, I'm gonna quit, this is the last time. And then you're driving by the bar, there he is, he's parked out front. He just can't be helped. Can you not be helped?
what's so much better about those cows?
My friends over there. What an idiot.
He's doing exactly what we said he was gonna do. What are you doing? Why are you being so bad? He's about to jump.
You're kidding.
He looked like he was about to. I guarantee you he's gonna jump over that spot.
Well, so is that the broken?
Well,
There's a spot with the broken strand.
he just wants to be a free man.
Crazy. Craziest thing I ever seen. Look at him.
It's a fence walker. The crazy thing is he's never done this until...
Well, somebody said earlier when they get older, you know, they become nomads. Maybe he'll kind of accept what's going on. The bad thing is, guys, my neighbor's fence is as bad as ours was. So I would run him a new strand of fence if I could find a place to stretch off of.
Can you stretch off of one of the trees?
Well, that may be what I have to do, but
Which all of his fence posts that look like are literally old
they're wooden.
wooden, logs or something.
Tough deal. Bull needs to go is the answer. It's just the things that come after that. You know, Kirsten's going to have to work the night shift at Denny's to buy a new one.
I think we might be better off working the night shift at the hospital.
Hospital, Denny's, whatever. He's crazy. So aggravating. 2,000-pound fence jumper. Go be with your girlfriends, dude.
I like the other girls.
Maybe he's having a midlife crisis.
You're kind of a heathen. He's looking at it like, I think I could jump that.
Dude, if you mess up that fence, I'm gonna be so mad. That brings us to today's lesson. Don't be nice. Don't be nice. Try and do the nice thing for him. Keep him here. Let him... Because we can't control his fate. Once he leaves here, we don't know if he's going McDonald's or to the most cool farm on earth. We don't know. Probably McDonald's. Maybe not. I don't know. Well, you guys, we are done. All 5 strands are up. All got clips. The last thing we got to do is put some panels in those low spots, and then we'll have it totally done. But I don't think that anything's going to mess with it for right now. I feel like we've done a lot this week, so we're going to end the video here. Don't worry if you enjoyed it. Next video, we're going to pick right back up where we left off. Hit the notification bell. Just make sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment if you feel like it. Kirsten does all of our video editing. She works her butt off. She's a nurse during the day, video editor by night. So leave her a 1 in the comments. Just type out the number, the number 1, and leave her something in the comments to let her know you appreciate her. Something else going on in Oklahoma. We've had a really tough few weeks. We had a trooper get killed on I-35. Vehicle crossed the cable barrier, hit him, and he passed away. Trooper Vernon Brake, he leaves behind a wife and 2 sons. And then just a few days ago, we had a deputy in LaFleur County get killed. His name is Thomas Walker LeMay, I believe. And he was essentially ambushed and killed trying to do a welfare check on a guy, just check and make sure he was okay. He leaves behind a daughter. So we're going to try to find, I know a good spot to donate to the trooper's family would be the Oklahoma DPS credit union, and we're going to put a link there. And then for Deputy LeMay, we're going to find a good GoFundMe or something legitimate to donate to his family. If you can't donate anything to the family of those guys, please just say a prayer for them. So regardless of what happens with Bull, this is a project that needed to get done, and we're thankful that we finally got it done. Thank you guys so much. We hope you have a great week. Please be nice to each other. We'll see you next week.